Students, I am Naturalist Marty. Thanks for tuning in at the end of the school year for one more nature challenge. Today's, find something in nature, a new species, some natural phenomenon. Take that nature knowledge and share it with a family member or a friend. That's your challenge. Pass it on. Mrs. Clary! Hey sis, come on over! I have to share something with you. You must see this. Come take a closer look at this salamander crawling across the forest floor. Here, you come on in. If you dare, pick that up. Gently pick that up. Hey, Mrs. Clary, how are you? All right. Wow. All right. Isn't that amazing?
That is so amazing. Look
So
at this color.
this is called a red eft. Wow. As it crawls along, it's a type of amphibian, and it's actually a salamander, and this is its juvenile stage. So this salamander starts its life in the ponds in fresh water, and its larval stage has gills so it can breathe air right out of the water. And then as it becomes a juvenile, it ventures out into more terrestrial life. It grows lungs. But why in the world do you think it's so colorful? I mean, it's, you know.
Wow, I wonder if it's trying to get the attention of somebody.
Attention? Well, you know, if it gets the attention of predators, they might actually eat it. But if they're smart enough, they'll remember it doesn't taste good. It's unpalatable. It actually has some toxins inside of it. Then this salamander, once it grows, and it's going to take a few years. It's going to take a few years in this stage of its life. It's going to end up back in an aquatic. Wow, what a beaut. It's going to end up back as an aquatic salamander. It's going to head back to water. It's going to continue to breathe air with its lungs, but it's going to live out its life, its very long life, as far as salamanders go, inside of that fresh water like streams or ponds. So how's your nature walk going today?
It's great. It's beautiful weather outside.
I think we should put this back on the forest floor, so you go ahead and stick that down. It likes to live in forests that have deciduous leaves like this. Ooh. And also needles, so coniferous forests. It can end up in both of those. And what do you think it eats, Mrs. Clary?
Oh, I don't know. It's surrounded by leaves and twigs. Something that maybe hides in these leaves.
Yeah, you bet. Like, what do you think we might find underneath these logs?
Oh.
What could be living? What sort of critters could
find a worm?
Yeah, you bet.
Bugs.
That's right, worms and potato bugs. So it needs to eat small little creatures, and that's part of its importance in the ecosystem, because as it eats those smaller creatures, the energy from them ends up getting into this body. And if something does end up eating it, then the energy from those smaller critters makes it into the larger critter. Thanks for letting me share with you some of that information. You know, what did you find?
Did I find something it might eat?
You better leave. I wouldn't leave that worm too close to the red after. We might lose the worm. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Wasn't that red-spotted newt amazing? I just love those. Thanks for coming along on this virtual hike. See, your next nature challenge should be pretty easy. You find a new species or some cool natural phenomenon out there, and then share it with a friend or family member, like I just did with my sister, Mrs. Clary. Bye for now. Happy trails.
Hi, Jesu. Get outside this summer. Go explore. You'll never know what you'll find in your backyard. Create your own nature challenge. Have fun.